Oh, hi there. I'm just here about to go for a ride. You know, it's an important thing to do before you get in and turn on the car and everything. You want to check the car. Make sure there's nothing around it so you don't run into anything. You don't want to crash into another car. Let's go. You want to check under the tires, make sure there's nothing there preventing you from backing up or going forward. Make sure there's no sticks or logs or anything. Doesn't look like there's anything around the back or anything on this side, so that looks good. Another thing to look at, make sure you check your tires. You don't want to be driving with a flat tire. So an important thing to look at is use a pressure gauge, and you want to check the PSI of the tire like this. You unscrew the knob and then you'll check it. Every car has the correct PSI for each tire on the inside of the door. For this van, it's 36 PSI. Stop it. Alright, well, looks like we have an annoying flyer that someone put on a car. You don't want that on your car because it could fly up and get in your way while you're driving, and then you'll be blind, and that might cause an accident. So we're just gonna lift up the windshield wiper and get rid of that. Another important thing is you want to make sure there's nothing wrong with your windshield wipers. You can pick them up and check them, make sure there's nothing broken, and set them back down. Another important thing is in the winter, if there was a bunch of snow that came down, you're going to want to wipe your car off with an ice scrape or whatever you want to call it, so you're not blind just like the flyer and you want to be able to see. It's important to wipe your lights so that other cars can see you and that you can see, especially at night. And then you're also going to wash or clean off, I should say, the top so snow doesn't blow off and hit cars behind you and then they're blind. It's important to clean the side mirrors and kick off any snow that might be stuck to the tires. So just like the front, you're gonna want to wipe off the back if there's snow, check your wiper, and then also you're gonna want to clean your rear brake lights and the top one, and your your license plate, whatever. And then that's pretty much it for outside.
Oh, hi there. So when you guys are in the village of Pittsford and there's traffic coming by your car, you want to make sure that your car's unlocked before you come past. Because if you're trying to unlock your car when you're right here and there's cars flying past you, that's not safe. And you also want to come from in front of your car, because if you come from behind, your back is turned towards the traffic. So let's get in the car now.
Go.
Okay, so it looks like we have a lot of stuff on the ground back here. So before you get going, you want to make sure that you move all the stuff that is on seats and everything heavy either to the trunk or somewhere on the ground, that if you get in an accident, it won't fly in the front and hit somebody or injure someone. So you want to make sure that you secure all of the objects in the back some way so that if there's an accident, no one gets injured. Okay, so now we are almost ready to drive. But it looks like the last person to use this car was my father, because I cannot reach the pedal right now. He's a much taller man, so I cannot reach the pedal. He sits way farther back. So first thing you do when you get in the car is you put your seatbelt on. Passengers too. Then you want to make sure you adjust your seat so that you can reach your pedal. Get up and then move this forward. Get it hot. There's adjustment knobs on the side of the car usually. So you want to make sure that you're in a comfortable place where you can reach the pedal and the brake with no problem. Also, it's important when you're adjusting your seat, you want to make sure that the wheel is at least a foot away from you, because otherwise that when the airbag shoots out, if there's an accident, it can end up hitting you and really hurting you. So you want to make sure you have a good distance from the steering wheel. After you adjust your seat to where you like it, then you can look to your mirrors. The first one is probably the most important, the one right up here. This one you can just adjust manually, and you want to make sure that when you adjust it, you can see out the back window. Then there are your two side mirrors. When you adjust these, there are little tabs on the left side usually of the steering wheel. You can pick which mirror you want to adjust. So I'm going to go left first. You lean over, adjust it so you can just see the side of the car. You go, and then you can adjust it up and down too. And then when you look back, you will see a little bit of the car or none of the car. Then you do the same thing with the right. Lean over, adjust the mirror, get it to where you like it. When you look back, again, you won't see any of the car, or maybe you'll see a little bit. And by doing this, you're actually going to minimize your blind spot, so when you are driving, it's way less likely that you're not going to see a car coming by. Okay, so before turning on your engine, you can just turn on the battery. And by doing this, this will allow you, all your lights will go on, you can see how much gas you have, you can see your miles, you can see what gear you're in. And by doing this, you can put on the radio, you can put on the windshield wipers, you can do anything pretty much except you can't drive. So by doing this before you start driving, you can do things to make sure that you have both hands on the wheels at all times. So if you're going to use the radio, you turn it on before you get driving, so then you won't have to be following around with stations while you're going. If it's raining outside, you're going to want to turn on the windshield wiper before you start getting driving, so then you don't have to have one hand off the wheel trying to figure out what dial to put it on. So then you'll always have two hands on the wheel. Also, it is important to know where you are going before you get driving, because you don't want to be playing around with maps, looking down, looking around, taking your eyes and hands off the wheel and off the road. You want to make sure you're focused and you know where you're going, so you can have a safe trip. So now, finally, I think we are ready to go.